Hello, hello, everybody. Excited to be here live with you. I'm going to give a moment for folks to join in. Please say hi in the chat. I love seeing who's here and hearing the comments. If you are here live, feel free to ask a question. And if I don't have time to answer it live, I will answer it in the comments. All right. I have been talking about various frameworks and organizational structures and strategies to help us be better leaders in complex and complicated environments in the businesses and organizations that we run. I've already talked about the Kanban framework, jobs to be done, and Scrum, part of the Agile family. And today I'm talking about another part of the Agile family, if you will. I'd like to talk about Kanban. Kanban comes from it's a Japanese word originally, and I believe it was pioneered at Toyota. And it kind of roughly translates to like a card that you can see. Or I've also heard it translated as make it seen. If you've ever used a tool like Trello, you might have used Kanban potentially without even realizing it. I'm going to tell you exactly how Kanban works. One of my favorite things about Kanban, it is like, what do they say? Is it the game Othello? Like a few minutes to learn, a lifetime to master. But this is like a few minutes to learn and a lifetime to gain the benefits. But before I teach you how to Kanban, let's talk about those benefits and why you should use them. So Kanban is a way of managing workflow, right? Managing your projects, managing your tasks, which helps you avoid overload. And an overloaded plate or an overloaded boat or an overloaded truck is slow and is likely to break, or in the case of a boat, possibly sink, right? And we don't want to break or sink as people, and we don't want to break or sink our teams. We want them to move along quickly and agilely and get things accomplished so that we can make the difference in the world that we set out to make. Kanban is actually baked into Scrum. It's like so effective. It's baked into other frameworks. It's even baked into my very own impact method. And that is because it is just so effective at helping people and their teams stay focused, get more done, ditch the chaos, and bring a ton of efficiency and effectiveness when it comes to getting things done. So just really quickly, what does it look like to do the basic Kanban? You're going to draw 3 columns, or you can use an online tool that lets you put essentially a card in a column. If you're doing it on a whiteboard, I encourage you to grab your pack of sticky notes. I wish I had my sticky notes in front of me. So the first column is going to be the things that are to do, right? That you need to get done. And the middle column is going to be things that are in progress, meaning you're actually doing them now. And the third column is going to be things that are done. So you're going to put all of your things that you need to get done in that to-do column. So each item to do or each project to do, depending if you're working on the task level of things or the project level of things, you're going to put on one sticky note or in a digital tool, one card. And then and by the way, the tool that I like to use for this, I use ZenKit because it does certain other things, but ZenKit does this, Asana does this, Trello does this. There's another really great, I'm blanking on the name. Anyway, lots and lots of tools have some sort of Kanban view. It's basically a column view. So you're going to put all your projects or tasks in the to-do. You will pick one at a time or 2 at a time. put it in the in progress, get it done, move it to done, and then go back for another one. So let's talk about why this works and some of the keys to making it work. And then I just want to leave you with a few examples how I and other organizations have used Kanban to get incredible amounts of work done and actually even use it to help with delegating. So, first of all, people are visual. The majority of people are visual thinkers. We are all visual to a certain extent. Most of us are sighted. You could make Kanban work for people who are not sighted as well. But we respond well to seeing things laid out, right? So, when you put a ton of work into like a more traditional project management tool, it's hard to know how much is happening at the very moment, how much is in progress. When you put those sticky notes, though, in progress in that column, it's really easy to see. So, for most of my clients, from an organizational perspective, you really don't want your kind of one off projects to be more than 3 to 5 for the whole organization at a time, right? We want to focus not on how much we can do at once. We want to focus on how much we can get to the done column in a given amount of time. And the less we have in progress at one time, the more quickly we can get to done. So you can create a simple rule. Let's say you're using this just for your own tasks, only one task at a time, right? So if you have more than one sticky note or card in the middle column, nope, try again. Put one back in the to-do column, get the one done, put it in the done column, put the next one in. You will get more in your done column. So if you start being really strict about that, I will only work on one task at a time. And at the end of each day, count up how much got done and see for yourself how much more you get done. So it's visual, and it helps us limit our work in progress, which is the secret to getting more done. It feels counterintuitive, but it is so true. It also helps us spot bottlenecks. So especially when we're doing this from a team approach, we can see which things are getting stuck in progress. And we can also see which things kind of are maybe getting stuck in the to-do column, not getting picked up to be done. And it's super easy to implement. So let me just give you a few examples before we sign off today. So one example is, let's say you're kind of in an impromptu emergency situation or just urgent situation. Like we have to get a bunch done really quickly with a team of people I don't know. So let's say we have to put on an impromptu event. Or we need to, like, there's a bunch of tasks. What keeps coming to mind, I'm a sailboat racer, right? And so I recently did my first travel race with my boat, which means we have to put a whole bunch together and take it apart. So I'm like, oh, Kanban time, right? This is what I'm thinking. So I've got to get a team of people getting a whole bunch of tasks done in the fastest way possible. So what you could do is I could delegate to each person and say, okay, you do this, you do this, you do this. When you're done, come back and ask me and I'll assign you something else, right? But that means I'm going to spend most of my time coordinating, and now I'm not able to do things. Instead, I could put all the things together on the list of things to need to be done in a little Kanban board, and I could say, great, grab one of the things in the to-do column that you know how to do, put it in the in progress column so everybody else now knows that not to grab that one, it's being done. And then when you're done, come back, take that sticky note, move it to done, and now see what else is left in the to-do column that isn't done or that isn't in progress. Grab that one, put it in progress, right? So what happened when I switched from one person delegating tasks to the Kanban model is a process of self-delegating or leaderless leadership, right? Nobody had to say to each person what to do. People were able to self-select what they know how to do. it also freed me as a person up to do the work. And then my main leadership role is no longer delegating because it becomes a self-delegating, leaderless process. I'm now free to say, okay, which are the things that aren't getting picked up, right? So at the end of the day, maybe there are 3 things that I guess, oops, I'm the boat owner. Well, let's say we'll use the boat example. I'm the only one who knew how to do these things. So now we have 2 opportunities. 1, I know I'm going to get them done. But 2, this time I'm going to make the choice to actually not just do them myself, but teach 1 or 2 other team members so that next time I'm not the only one. So my goal is that the team can do all of the different things, or I have each team member can do, enough different things that everything is covered. So now not only did I get everything done faster, I had more hands to get it done because I was able to do more of it myself. I was able to level up our capacity for next time. Whew, that's a lot for just a little table with 3 columns and some sticky notes. I hope that example helps you at least believe the power of Kanban, and I encourage you to give it a try. Until next time, all the best.